Growing up, I would have to say that me and my brother was just like any other kids. We used to play outside, whether it be running around or just riding bikes. Sometimes we played with the other kids when they was around, but mostly it was a fun time. Toys played a major part in my early childhood more than video games did, but video games did grow on us later on. Like, they became the major part of our lives, even up until this day. As a kid, animation was there. I used to watch cartoons, but I never realized what impact that it would have on my life. And as I got older, I started watching more and more cartoons and started falling in love with animation and the styles of different shows and the characters. All the way to the point where, like, I could tell you who half of these characters are in these images that I'm presenting and tell you their backstory, what shows they're from, a little bit about them, and that's how big it get. And I didn't have no certain thing that I liked to watch, so I've watched shows from Cartoon Network to even Nickelodeon, but I'd have to say some shows had a bigger impact on my life and my outlook of the world than others. Like Adventure Time and the Powerpuff Girls. Loved that show a lot. Like, really. And also, finally, but definitely not least, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, especially the original ones. That's like my overall favorite show as far as cartoons go. Amazing show. I love the artwork and everything. And even anime plays a major role in my life because there's so many different ones out there that I can't choose favorites. As far as animation goes, overall, it's just overwhelming all of the possibilities of universes and characters that can be created from those stories that can be told, from your superpowered girls created in a lab, from your mutant turtles to even your martial artists who come from a different world that's been destroyed and don't know its origin. And even the story of a grieving father who lost his son, his own flesh and blood. Then he goes to the ends of the earth to try to get him back by creating a robotic version of his son just to abandon him in a world that don't accept machines. It's stories like those at their core is truly what animation's about. The telling of them and how they move a person, how they move me overall. So I can't truly just pick one form of media to go with because of the lengths at which people go to design these stories, to tell for our entertainment, the creativity and the time that it took to put into them. And from those concepts, they help me get a better understanding of myself and the world around me. It makes up pretty much everything about me that I am today, from shows like those from back then and even now. Generally, explains how I became the biggest art freak that I am now. I just see something, an art style that I like that's very detailed. I can't help but to look at it even more. It kind of gave me a new way to look at things. Both cartoon and animation helped me see the details and appreciate the small details and even the big details in the world now. Like, take for instance He-Man and the Masters of the Universe 2011 remake. It was a great show and it went into great depths of the story and the overall artwork of the show. The best redesign of any show that I could imagine. And if you look at the artwork, you can tell that the artist put in a lot of work diving into this world of fantasy and sci-fi. When you look at He-Man's muscle definition, or Man-at-Arms' mechanical gun arm, or even the buffiness of Ram Man over there, how fat he is, how bulky he is. You can tell from the grass on the ground all the way up to the castle, the bricks, and how dark a world this could possibly be. Even the mountains shaded out in the background over there, you can tell how much detail the artist put into it. The windows on Grayskull and everything. And another show that I came to respect and enjoy from the story into the drawing is Gargoyles. This show is great. It will give you chills if you just watch it if you haven't seen it. Most people who have knows what I'm talking about. Just seeing these things turn from stone in the day into live creatures at night in this huge city that's very detailed, all lit up and everything. Never sleeping, crimes always everywhere, and stuff just happening. It's just amazing. And this amazing story that they tell, how everything loops. One thing explains another thing, but adds another mystery at the same time. Even the characters in the story, like Demona, one of the main villains and sort of a love interest to Goliath, who sort of dooms their clan, is her own biggest enemy. It's sort of sad how she all the way to Goliath, the once proud leader of this clan that was destroyed thousands of years ago, then had a spell cast on the remaining members so that they'll stay stoned for thousands of years until their castle is raised above the sky. It's just an epic show and it's greatly detailed. You should watch it. And one last thing, even though this isn't like an animation, Gundam, or Battle Angel as it's known here in America, also is another great thing that just gave me more love for art in a whole. Look at the wings on this drawing. It's an amazing drawing and an amazing manga. I read the manga before the movie even came out, and even watched the anime movie that it has, which isn't all that great compared to the manga, but it's still decent. Overall, I'd have to say animation, whether it be cartoon or anime, the whole media source, is one of the things that inspired me to be creative and started drawing. I just love doing it. Try to create my own characters from my own imagination to inspire others to draw or do something just as creative. From my first drawings, like this one right here, my first character, Nightmare, all the way up to Naya and some of my other characters. Animation helped me to understand how to be more creative and understand the detail in everything, from the handle on a stove to the knob on a door or a key in a lock. Everything was once drawed before it was even made. It was a concept. So I hope this helped you be more creative and think outside the box. Even if you don't draw, you can always be creative and accept and understand the details in things and look at them more closely and open a wider outlook on the world around you. It certainly has for me, and it has changed my life a lot. I hope you enjoyed the artwork, and I hope I didn't babble on for too long. I know it was supposed to be just about one thing, but there's just too many things that I love, so I chose animation as a whole and art as a whole. So, thank you for listening and have a good day. That's a picture of me now, even though my hair is braided. But anyway, thank you.